Welcome to the video today, guys. As you can see, the snow's melting. It's probably 45 degrees or so, and it's raining. It's already muddy, and it's gonna be a nasty mud mess yet, which it's this time of year. We got the furnace, some wood in it. It didn't take off yet, but it's at 164 degrees, so it's holding its temperature, so it's definitely making some heat. But yeah, we'll let that there, let the door open so it can breathe a little bit till there's a nice flame. Then we'll probably fill it all the way up. It's chore time. We're gonna do the pigs and the cattle, and I have to help with the calves tonight. Finally use this water with the little nipple on the end there. I just need to fill that up. But it had gotten so cold here the last week and a half or so. We were able to get some hockey in on the ponds, so that was fun. But it also meant I wasn't at home much to work or film. But this finally thawed up enough that we can, that it actually, water flows through it. Pigs can use that to drink instead of a 2-gallon bucket. Over the past 2 days, we've taken 4 of the oldest beef cattle to the slaughterhouse. Now this pen's quite a bit more empty, and it won't take up nearly the amount of silage that it did with those 4. It's amazing how much feed one big beef steer eats when it's full grown. Even other cattle, but especially a full grown beef steer. Time for load number 2. And got a little bit of this stuff. This is cute little cupful. And we'll start mixing. It's a ruminant special. It's good for their stomach and this stuff to get better. This batch of feed here is for the beef cattle. That much for them since those 4 are gone now, and they don't get grain, but yet they get fatter than all of the dairy heifers that do get grain. The dairy cattle get corn silage and grain, and then that mineral to keep them healthier, help be healthier. And the beef cattle here get just silage, corn silage, and that vitamin to help them be healthier. Now we need to go check on the furnace. But all the cattle are looking good. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it sounds like there's 2 cats fighting somewhere. Wild cats that I may or may not have ever seen in the barn. And if I did, I most definitely can't pet them. They are not friendly cats, at least to me. My sister, Meredith, she can play with them some, but not all of them. The calves aren't going to be fed until about 5 o'clock, and we're about 4 o'clock now, so in about an hour or so. Pigs are loving that. Nice Snickers. Good piggy. They're growing pretty decent. They're about 110, 115 pounds at the moment. Well, that's a good sign. You're snapping and crackling like it should be. Your fire. It's not roaring quite as big as I was hoping it to. But it does have a decent amount of heat coming out. What's the temperature? 163. That's not surprising, as the door's open, so all the heat just goes out. But yeah, that's burning a lot better now. We'll shut this up, and we'll check it in about 30 minutes or so. Now that it's warmed up a little bit, and it doesn't look like it's gonna drop down really cold again for a while, I'd like to start working on this thing. But as you can see, the shop is not exactly in a state to have it in here, and it will fit in here. At least, I actually think it'll drive all the way underneath here, but yeah. And Adrian's gonna want to get to his mower, so I'm thinking I clean all this up, drive that in here, because it's not gonna be just an overnight project. There's quite a bit of work that I want to do to this. One being the steering needs fixed. It turns a lot up here, which that should be a very simple fix. Should only take an hour or two, I think, unless I decide to weld it, which I don't really want to. And these bars are meant to move like this, but I believe there's supposed to be a rubber bushing in between there, like that one is there. Or that's maybe plastic, but I think rubber is going to work perfect. So I want to do both of them. Then I want to put cones on here, which I'll have to get some of them. And then probably get rid of this and figure something out to hold that up a little bit better. Because I don't like the idea of having all that hang down. And there's a lot of extra wiring that I don't need in the console there for the spraying stuff, so I'm probably gonna take that off. Then I should fix this water pump, leaks pretty bad, and then change all the fluids. I want to do that yet. Then if I get to it and I decide to, I might change the valve cover gaskets, which would be right in here, and I think that's where this engine's leaking all this oil. But if it continues leaking oil, that means it's not going to rust, and it also means there's still oil in that engine, which you can check it, but gotta think outside the box here. So what do you guys think we get started cleaning this thing up? If I do get it cleaned up, jumping ahead here in projects, should almost take a tarp and cover this back window so there's not really any wind coming through there. But that's yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point because it's too much of a mess anyway. We'll get it cleaned up. All right, let's get at it. Alright, got a little bit done. Not sure what I want to do with all this stuff yet, but it's time to do the calves, so we're going to do that next. Okay, now we have all 4 calves feeding, drinking milk. 3 of them are basically done. This one is with the blanket on. It's a little bit of a slow drinker, so I'm still drinking. Okay, back at it till supper time. Well, I didn't exactly clean up, but I made room to bring this in. Now I can bring it in, if it starts. I have to get it started first. Then I can start disassembly. Okay, I got it running one time. And I just need to get it running to keep it running. Pull the choke. I also want to need to replace the seat. It has it's rusted in the front. It kind of picks at your legs when you're sitting or standing there, so that needs fixed. Don't know what's up with that. Let's try idling it down. I think I might need a fuel pump sender thingy. Not entirely sure. Alright, it normally runs full throttle. Try that. Whoa. This thing is cold. Round, I don't know how many. Whew. It's running out of fuel. And I wonder if a line's collapsed or something. But I need to get fuel filters and stuff for it. This whole monitor deal, I think I'm gonna take off. Might mess around with it, see if I actually want to, for sure. But yeah, it runs decent once it's running. Here, let me show you what's wrong with the steering. So this steering wheel connects with this linkage here, and then this one goes over to the other side. This is connected to this, and yeah, everything turns. And then this here is supposed to turn with it, but as you can see, it doesn't exactly do that all the way. So there's a big loose area, which the key, which is right here, I don't know if you can see that right there, is the key. You can see how much play that has. It opens up one side and closes the other. Just back and forth there. That little opening right there on that side, spin the other way, little opening right there. So if I put another key in there, that'll probably fix it, and then tighten up that bolt again. That shouldn't be a hard fix to do. Shouldn't be. But I think I'm gonna start on the other things first. I have this piece of rubber here that I think if I just cut into squares or round or whatever, something like that, and put them in between there, take these bolts out and possibly put new ones in if I need to. I might just make it look nicer. And then tighten them back up. I think that'll do a lot of it, a lot of what's necessary. And then do the same thing on the other side, and that should be fixed. Then I need to do the steering. Need a socket for that thing. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go with this one. That's a hair big, smaller. Perfect. All right, that's a 15/16. Not this wrench set. This wrench set. Yeah. Perfect. All right, now I just need to find the impact because I don't feel like ratcheting this thing the whole time. Well, figures that the impact battery's dead. So, it's the wrong set. I guess I'm gonna use the hand ratchet. Don't really want to, but it is what it is. A little bit of WD-40 on here, and the wrench is holding it back here. So let's see what it can do. All the battery charges. This might not work. I need a bar. Not just breaker bar, but a 3/4 inch breaker bar. I wasn't kidding when I wanted this this bolt loose. I wanted it loose. Not just maybe. No, loose. Maybe just this. Oh yeah, there it's going. Turning. It's not easily. Need a bigger ratchet. Your thing, and don't slip off. Whew. That thing actually stayed on. Good. Whew. Got lucky there. Oh. A wrench spread? Nope. Maybe. Let's try a better wrench. 15, 16, 16. Not just some cheap Harbor Freight junk. This is gonna be one fight to get off. I was afraid of that. Oh, it even came right back off. Nice. Need to get looser, faster. Ooh. I almost feel like just torching this thing off at this point. Putting a new bolt in. Then this one goes so much easier compared to that other one. I don't know why that one couldn't be like this. Ooh, slip. Boom. One arm's off. I'm gonna do one at a time. So that way it's hopefully a little bit safer. Now let's inspect this bolt. That one looks a lot better, but there's definitely been a lot of wear and slop with these. Especially this one. This front one isn't as bad. You can see right there where the thread stopped, that's where the nut was. Right in here, it was moving around a lot and really wore that thin. This one isn't as bad, but it's still noticeable. Then right here, this one's stripped out. So I think I'm gonna replace those bolts. Then that'll help. Should help a lot with the slop and the wear and tear on the machine, and should last a little bit longer, hopefully. Now that I have the bolts out, I'm gonna run down to the Criswell farm, and I think we have a little bit bigger bolts down there than what we do here in the bolt bin. So I'm gonna go see if we have them. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, looks like it's the right size. It needs to be shorter. Yeah, because the next ones are too small. Perfect. That one's a little bit long. Got 2 bushing pieces cut out. So now I'm gonna try to put them here in the drill press and drill a hole in it, and then I can tighten them up. Hopefully that works. Let's see how this works. Got it. One down. So now, get out of here. There we go. I should be able to just go like this. Put that pushing on the back. And go like this. Stabilizer bar front. Ooh, my bolt's a little bit short, so we're just gonna go like this. Not use our flat washer, we'll just do a lock washer. We might have to tighten it up before. Yeah, we won't even be able to put our lock washer on. Should have got the size longer. We'll be fine. Just do the same for the back. Simple enough, right? Okay, update time. I got this side completely finished, and this side, the back just needs tightened, and this one I forgot that I need a longer bolt, quite a bit longer, so I'll have to get that tomorrow. It's starting to get a little bit late. I might try to pop one of these ends off so I can look up there and maybe try to get a key while I'm at work tomorrow or sometime tomorrow. So I think that's what I'm gonna do now. You can see the groove that's been worn in here. This side has been moved over the way it looks. Just looks like it's been pushed over a hair. That's just from wear. I don't know if these were ever changed. That one is just about the same thing. Unless somebody tried to do some homemade. I don't know. But we might actually have that here. I'll have to check. Box or a box. Keys. It's different. It's a half moon key, so it's seeming, to me it seems a little bit of an odd piece. Yeah, we don't have anything that big here, so I'll have to get that at work. Maybe I have to run into town for it. Yep, okay. So I need that, I need a longer bolt, and I should almost get longer bolts for all of them, but I don't think I'm going to for now. Then that's done. And I think I'm gonna hang it up for tonight. It's starting to get a little bit later. Then I should almost get a seal kit for that water pump. I think I'll just get a seal kit for that. Change all the fluids, all the filters, everything, you name it. It'll get changed. I just need to figure out what size this line is. Yeah, it looks like it takes 3/4 inch thing. Not 3/4 inch, 3/8. Maybe drain the gas, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just run it for a while. And what I should do is wash the engine here so I can see exactly where that oil leak's coming from. But that's a project for another day. One thing I'm gonna do first though, before I quit, is figure out which filters I need so I can get them coming. So I figured out which filters I need, but I just wanna double check what this gas line filter is. So, take my fancy pinching tool here. Just pinch that fuel line off. Just like so. I should be able to pull that off and not have any problems. Okay, after a little bit of investigation, I decided I need to drain this gas. This stuff is really, really old. See if I can open it up here quick. And there's a little bit nicer gas coming now, but yeah, I'm not exactly a big fan of that. There was some water in there. Yeah, this stuff's a mess. I think I'm just gonna drain it all. I'm glad I cleaned it out, or drained it. There's like a quart of gas in there, so it's barely any to begin with, which is fine. Makes it kind of nice because, yeah, don't have to worry about junk gas being in there, because I actually got it on video where there was some water come out. Kind of looked like suds, like soapy water. That's what it looked like. Then I also figured out that tank is extremely dirty. But I think I'm just gonna run it for now. I don't know really what else to do with that at this point. Then I also need an idea. Probably should get something here. Cause that spark plug wire's not really there anymore. Somewhat. It is there somewhat, but it's definitely, what do you call it? Melted quite a bit. This one's starting to melt too. So, maybe, I don't know. I'll have to figure something out there. I have this pink lemonade homemade fire starter. Basically make it with stuff that engines run on. So you know what I mean? Throw it in there a little bit. And then the breeze from the door being open takes that off. It should burn pretty good. That's down 155 instead of 164 or something like that, what it was before. So we'll fill up the furnace with hopefully some drier wood, and hopefully it burns good overnight till 9 o'clock tomorrow morning or whenever Adrian takes care of it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Right there, there's actually flames coming out of the chimney. I have never seen that with this furnace. Pretty good fire in the back. Shut this once. Wow. Yeah, that died down pretty quick and turned into smoke. Perfect. Yep. Good. And the flame's back. It's just because of the door being open. Throw a little bit more wood on and shut the door. Should be all good.